Hello everyone, Brickchician here, and today I'm looking at a very special set. This is LEGO Ideas set number 21. It doesn't really have a set title, but it is labeled as LEGO Tron Legacy. So yeah, this is the only Tron set they have ever come out with, and as soon as I saw it, I snagged it because I knew we'll probably never get anything like this ever again. So we have three figures included in the set. We have Tron himself here. We got Sam Flynn and Cora. So yeah, both bikes are very similar built, and Cora just kind of sitting on the outside, and Sam Flynn technically has a alternate hairpiece. Let's first look at Cora since she's kind of a side character. So Korra comes with hairpiece. This is kind of what I considered the Nia hairpiece, even though it's from first seen as the villain's hair from Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but Nia kind of wore it more. She does have really detailed arm printing. You kind of can get a look at that. She has some circuits on her skin on this side. It's kind of hard to see because it's light on light. Got some leg printing, but the leg doesn't quite line up with the torso quite right. And she has a disc in the back, and she does have back printing, which is covered up by the disc most basically if you have it on there. You can have her just holding the disc, and I think this is a lot better look for her. But she does also have an alternative face, which is a lot more angry looking. But it is what it is. I think it's actually a really good figure overall. But she just kind of stands to the side of the set. She doesn't quite match up with everything else, and yeah, it's just a little peculiar in my opinion. Next, I guess we'll move on to she does not want to stay together and stand up there. I guess we'll move on to the bikes. Now the bikes are exactly the same built for the most part. There's actually a slight piece difference between two of the bikes, which you kind of can see here with this front wheel. This stud is actually open. This one is closed. So that's kind of interesting that they're the same size dish, just slightly different piece. So let's take this bike off, and we can show it off to you. So technically the wheels do turn. It's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see the most down here. They do turn both ends, but they don't do it up on the ground, so it's a little bit disappointing. The base of it is attached, and so it doesn't rely on the wheels, and there's no weight to it. So a little bit disappointing there. Yeah, you got some nice detail there. Let's take Sam Flynn off, so we can show off his figure. So here he is, got better torso to leg print. He does have arm printing on both sides. He has the same disc holder as Quora over there. We'll show off his back printing. So I actually really do like how the detailed these look. Sam also has a cool helmet piece. It doesn't like it's kind of hard to get to line up quite right to cover up his full face. It wants to get caught up here. He's got to kind of force it down. But it also comes with an alternative hairpiece since he's seen mostly with his helmet off throughout the movie. He does have an alternative face because this is a pre-existing head that they just repurposed, and I don't think that suits the character whatsoever. This is definitively the head they wanted to use. To get them on the bikes is actually a little bit tricky. What I recommend doing is basically push the disc is flew off, but pushing him straight down there and then leaning him forward and getting his hands attached to the bikes, then pushing the helmet down and putting the disc back on. And to put on the base plate, the set has you put it directly in the middle, so like that where the trail is off. But I like to move it a little bit forward just so that I can use this to keep this straight on, so it's not lower or higher than what it's since it's only held on by a single clip. Let's take a look at Tron's bike, the orange one here. Basically the same details as the other ones. Wheels spin just the same as both. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with the wheels there, but overall I think it's a pretty good build bike. It's kind of a little bit it's not too tedious because this is such a small set, but yeah, it's just kind of hard to get the minifigures on enough. torso on here is really good looking. Black helmet. There's Tron's face. Those of you who want to see it, since we never got to see the actual face in the movie, as far as I remember. He actually has two discs on held via this, and this is such a better system in my opinion to keep the discs on, to have it as a Technic pin on the back. But let's take off his head for a second and to show you the back torso printing. No arm printing, sadly, on this figure, um, but it is what it is. Then there's the helmet. And since he actually has a Technic pin for his discs, they're both exactly the same. They tend to keep on actually a lot better. So let's put this thing back. Let's get Tron back on a cycle. And I'll show you the base plate real quickly as a whole. Okay, there we go. So yeah, base plate is pretty simple. You have this azure color with transparent parts to it. Not much to write home about. It's just so you can display your Tron cycles on. And there's just some hoppers on there to keep them attached. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of this set? This set was really hard to come by. Like I said, I've only found this one copy of the set out in stores, and so I dabbed it. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.